So good morning, and it's the first of the new year, 2018. Wow. I remember just not that long ago worrying about whether the money I had in the bank was going to disappear because we were turning a century to 2000. I actually took my money out of the bank like a lot of other people did because we really truly did have concerns that there would be nothing on the 1st of January 2000. But to our surprise, the banks clicked over to computers that set to 2000, the Y2K thing. Those guys made millions of dollars on, and it was all good. So I'm just going to take this few minutes here to thank everyone, each and every one of you that watches my videos. Thank you personally from me and my family. I do put a lot of effort into these videos, like a huge amount of effort into these videos, even though sometimes maybe it doesn't seem like it. I don't have over-edited videos, and I don't think that for me, that would be my style. I think a lot of people are here because I don't have over-edited videos, and I'm not trying to appeal to everyone. I'm trying to appeal to the people that like this raw style of video work. The daily video thing, I never thought that I would do it. I thought, wow, I don't have time for that, but it suffers, you know. The daily videos suffer in editing. I can only edit out so much and put so much into it, like the guys at How Farms Work. And the rest of the story, the rest of the story, he's a lot like me. But, you know, Travis is a lot like me in his style. But Ryan, he edits a lot, and he puts out a video maybe once a week, sometimes twice, but very rarely does he do any more than that because of his editing style and how it's all, you know, all comes together, and which in turn produces a higher quality video. You know, there's a lot of drone footage with him. Well, not a lot, but you know, a fair amount of drone footage. There's a lot of thought and a lot of you know, a lot of different angles, shot angles and stuff. Where I'm, you know, it's just me, you know, with a camera, and I know that it's just Ryan and Travis with their own cameras also, but I try to put out that daily vlog so everybody is up to speed and they know exactly what's going on. So every morning I get up, and sometimes before I drive that load hay, I'll get up at about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes. I'll start editing, I'll hit the send button, and then when I get to the mushroom barn, that's when I release it out to the interwebs. Sometimes I'm just in too big of a hurry and I don't edit it till I get back, and that's when you get those late in the afternoon views. It's a beautiful thing being on YouTube, and you know, I do make money on YouTube, and I do complain about YouTube, which maybe I shouldn't complain too much. There are some positive things about YouTube that are coming out of these demonetized videos that we have. I know, I'm pretty sure Ryan, Travis from How Farms, or from the rest of the story, they're brothers, you know, How Farms Work, the rest of the story, you know, it's like they're very different styles. It's the same farm. They do great work. But he was complaining that he was getting demonetized. He says, yeah, it seems like I get demonetized. Not on all of them, but they do. It does happen. Butchie Kid, every video that he's ever posted was all demonetized, and there's so many people that have been demonetized, even the big ones, you know, like the Casey Neistats. Now, Casey Neistat is not my biggest, I don't watch him, but every once in a while, if somebody says, hey, Casey Neistat did this, and if it piques my interest, I'll take 10 minutes and I'll spend, just flew in front of me. I'll take the 10 minutes and I'll look at it, and if it's any good, you know, because he does reviews of things. Oh, God, what the fuck was that? A ladybug. I'm not afraid of bugs. I just don't like them landing on my face. And I'm not even going to kill it. It's just there because I don't mind ladybugs. So, anyways, you know, you get those guys. They've even been demonetized. Actually, Casey Neistat did a really good review as to why YouTube was demonetizing it. And it's all in titles and tags, and the algorithm, they look for foul language. Okay, so as you've noticed over the last few weeks, and it's been a benefit to my channel, don't get me wrong, I've slowed down on the foul language. I try, you know, I work on a farm, and I'm not out in a suit and a tie and around people that get so easily offended, you know. There are a lot of easily offended people on the internet that just oh, I can't believe you have such a foul mouth. Well, you know what? I bet you've got a foul mouth too. The only difference is you hide it from your wife and your children. I just don't give a shit, whatever. What does it matter? But when I'm in a public setting, I don't use my wonderful linguistic skills. So, anyways, with that being said, with the demonetization of all these other channels, and I mean there's a lot of them, what that does is it puts a lot more money in the pot. So, okay, so we've got Google, which has billions of dollars to spend in advertising. And they literally have billions of dollars to advertise. But their customers, the advertiser or the company that is paying Google to stick those ads on channels like myself and How Farms Works and the rest of the story and even the Farming Life and Elm Custom Harvesting, they do get revenue also. Now, I don't know if they're getting demonetized because, quite honestly, it doesn't matter to me one way or the other. What matters to me is what's happening to me. So I fight every single day to keep these videos monetized. I mean, there's videos that are a year and a half, 2 years old that got demonetized, and I was like, well, okay, do I just let it go or do I spend the time and go remonetize them? Well, I went through that and did a lot of thought and said, you know what, I'm going to spend the time. And this one, I don't know, I think it was last week, I spent 4 or 5 hours just going through and hitting the please re-look at this video because there were literally hundreds of them that were demonetized. So back to the subject of the money in the pot. So Google has to be very selective as to where they put their advertising. Their algorithm is sometimes right and sometimes wrong. In my case, it's really wrong. I don't do anything that puts people in harm's way. Yes, there were some videos where bad things happened, but they were unintentional bad things, like the tire. When that tire exploded, I could have got hurt, Teresa could have got hurt, Timothy could have got hurt, very seriously. I wouldn't really care too much if I got hurt, but, well, I would care because it would hurt, but, I would really feel shitty if Teresa got hurt or Timothy got hurt. It would have been really bad. But luckily and thankfully nobody got hurt. But there are people out there that intentionally blow stuff up that really don't take the time to prepare for it, and they're not qualified. I have done some explosions. Yes, maybe I'm not qualified to do them, but I don't want to die, so I take great precaution. There was a video maybe a year or so ago where this guy was shooting tenorite at a lawnmower, and it came in and severed his legs because he was 20 feet away from the damn thing when he shot it, the stupid ass. He couldn't shoot. I mean, he was a terrible shot. But anyways, with that being said, there's more money in the pot for me. There's more money in the pot for Travis and Ryan and Eric and other YouTubing channels that are out there. Maybe Timmy Cornpicker. He's a friend of mine. I don't know if he's making any money yet. Or even Travis Eby, who has, in his own right, he has a decent channel. It's not bad at all. I mean, there are people that have channels that put so much time and effort into them, and they're not making any money. And there's documentaries that they don't even put advertising on for their own profit, where Google was advertising them and taking all of the money, and they got their pee-pee slapped for that. So right now, I can tell you that after Christmas, not after the first of the year, but usually after Christmas, December 26th, revenue does one of these. They're like lemmings jumping off the cliff. I can honestly say that hasn't happened this year. And I'm attributing that to the advertisement is limited in who they can advertise with. So if you're another fairly large YouTube channel, say Cotton Top 3, he's making money. And that was a concern of his. I know last year it just dropped like lemmings jumping over a cliff, which is an absolute lie. That was a falsehood spread by Walt Disney and company, believe it or not. Lemmings don't die off once a year for the fun of it. And no, they're not just these little computer games that fly off of cliffs. They're actually an animal. And I think they're in the Netherlands, but whatever. Anyhow, with that being said, I think it's a golden time to be on YouTube, to be a veteran YouTuber. Now, Some of the new guys, like Tucker Gott. I know Tucker Gott a year ago had 5,000 subscribers. Now he's got over 500,000 subscribers. He is a raging bull. But he's also 22 years old, or maybe just turned 23, but I think he's 22 years old. He's a year younger than Tim. Tim will be 24, so he's 22. But he's doing really good stuff, and he appeals to the younger crowd. Guys my age, there's a large portion of guys my age that don't watch YouTube. But if you go to the younger generation, like my offspring, they're like this. This device didn't exist when I was their age. The device that I'm talking into didn't exist like it does today. So it's they're appealing to the younger generations. Yes, I don't put hipster music on, and I don't dress the part of a 23-year-old. Woody's gamer tag, another great guy. He has been successful on YouTube 3 separate times. He's doing the same things as Tucker Gott is doing. The only difference is I like to watch Woody instead. I mean, I like Tucker. He doesn't live far from me. He's 10 miles away from me. He actually, when he goes to the warehouse, that hay pile that was in his video, that was mine. And I like Tucker. I met him a couple of times over the years when he was a kid, because Timothy and him actually did some RC stuff, and the Kit Fox that's in his garage, we actually did a little bit of work to it, and I think his dad and him realized that, hey, this isn't going to work because they're going to fuck this airplane up. YouTube, if you're a veteran YouTuber and you're my age, you're going to benefit a lot. I'm sure that our Peak and even 1963 Impala 2-door, they're making excellent money now. If they're not, then I'm an anomaly. I'm just telling you what I'm experiencing after the demonetization and the war that I'm fighting with Google and YouTube over keeping my videos monetized. It has paid off in the end, and this is by no means the end. I'm at 91,000 and some subscribers, which is awesome to me. I never expected to get any more than 9,000. I also didn't expect to be. I never expected to get to 10,000, and I also never expected to be on YouTube for nearly 10 years. I mean, we're closing in on 10 years. It is 2018. Come October, it's 10 years. So it'll be a milestone for me. 10 years, 100,000 subscribers. I think, 10,000 subscribers a year, even though that's not how it equated out. But it's been a lot of fun. It's been a long road. It's been a lot of fun. And, if you ever hear the term terminal velocity, the faster things speed up, the faster they slow down. I've been in this for nearly 10 years, a good 9.5 years now, or 9 years now, and 9 years and a few months. My terminal velocity is I'm taking the slow arc. I'm like an arrow, you and it takes a nice arc, and eventually, I think I'm here still on the rise, and eventually I'm going to top off, hopefully over 100,000, and then I'll die. The channel will die. Eventually the channel will die if I don't keep it fresh. Fluffy Talks. He went through that experience. He actually he just quit his job, went full on to YouTube, and then his channel died. And he had to go and relook at what he was doing, what he had changed or what he hadn't changed, and came back and became something great. I do a variety of things. This is like yesterday's video. You were watching me in the Philippines on many different trips in the Philippines. That wasn't the same trip. I love the Philippines, and I love to travel. And you've seen me in Belgium. You've seen me in England. You've seen me go through France. You've seen all this stuff that a lot of other farming channels don't have. You've heard my mouth. You've heard my opinions. I'm glad that you guys can see through some of the. I know a lot of guys are like, oh yeah, you're a tough guy persona. Not really. I would like to think that I'm pretty tough. I mean, if you kick me in the balls, I'm going to kick your ass before I stop to take the breath. That's it, But, I love my family, and I love my subscribers. I love y'all. I love my family better than I love my subscribers, but, family first. and I think that I provide a decent enough bunch of content that I will hit that 100,000 and it'll be great. And yeah, that's it. I've hit the 15 minute mark, which is probably more than you guys are going to want to listen to. But on my Ag Talk and a Raw channel, I go to 20, 25, 24 to 27 minutes. I try not to go any more than that because, you know, that's a lot of talking. And that's another thing. I opened that channel. I tried to monetize it. I have met and exceeded the monetization requirements, but Google does not like me. They just don't like me. I linked the channels together so that they come through as one. Not that it will matter in the silver play button, but it will matter to Google. It's like, oh, okay, so this guy, this one lonely farmer guy, he's got another channel. Well, let's just watch it and see if he uses his foul mouth and his, you know, the FU YouTube kind of thing. And, you know, it's just different. So, anyways, I want to thank everybody again because I'm not going to go too much farther than this. And, you know, this is just a little added bonus on the first day of 2018. And my goals for crops. I'm a hay farmer at this point. I'm trying to pick up some ground that has a higher CEC number than what I have on this ground currently and less of a deer population problem. And we will be, you know, my plan is to actually attempt to grow a row crop again because I just, you know, when you're doing one thing, it's like a guy getting up and going to work every day and doing the same job for 30 years, and then he retires, and what happens when he retires? He dies because he has done that same thing his whole entire life. I have not done the same thing my whole entire life. I've gone from raising chickens to milking cows to raising rabbits to growing corn, soybeans, wheat, barley, rye, clover, alfalfa, timothy, orchard grass, to now just growing orchard grass and K31 and reed canary grass for the mulch hay production. For mushrooms. And not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just, and it's not like I jumped ship and, you know, I left the row crops behind because of deer damage, and that's the whole 9 yards. When you put a lot of money out on something and get very little in return, it's kind of disgusting. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hope to see you for the next 10 years or 9 years or the next 2018. I look forward to creating good content for all of you. And it will be a little tamer on them. And, you know, it'd be all fun. Thank you.